What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is The Avenger and today for you guys I've got my final predictions and more so a wish list in most ways than a prediction of games that are coming to the big State of Play showcase tomorrow. Now the reason I'm saying a big State of Play showcase is because it's 35 plus minutes and everyone in terms of like leakers and people that are kind of behind the scenes on it, that are kind of like, you know, big rumors or big speculators in a way, are saying this one's something to be excited for. So look, they say that kind of every time, but in reality, you know, there's a lot of good games that are coming out, especially in the superhero media, and we haven't had much good games in superhero media in a very long time. So there's a lot of games that are kind of, you know, thrown out there, like for example EA's Iron Man game, which we have seen absolutely nothing for. I think now would be a good time to kind of showcase something for that. So that's the type of video that we're going to have today. If you guys enjoy and you guys want to see more of this, click that subscribe button and click that like button, and turn that bell on as well, because I've got a lot of things coming up. And look, I want to be honest with you guys, after this State of Play tomorrow, depends on what is released, I should have a lot more content coming out on the channel as well. But enough of that, there is a lot of games coming out, or at least kind of, you know, on the table to release. But once again, nothing I say here is confirmed. Everything is for pure speculation, but more so just my personal wish list. So if you guys feel the need to go down into the comments and say don't think this or don't hope for that, go right ahead. But at the end of the day, opinions are opinions, and this is kind of what I want to see from the showcase. So instead of me rambling on for another minute, I'm going to go right into the main focus of what I think the showcase is gonna be for, which is the Marvel's Wolverine. It's been 4 years since the reveal trailer back in 2021, and honestly it feels like eternity, and I think it's kind of overdue for it. Rumors lately have been heating up, from potential gameplay showcases to insiders saying we might get a 2026 release window. Insomniac finishing Spider-Man 3 back in 2023, I think it's only right that, you know, the next big thing would be the Wolverine game, especially when they said that they kind of, and they kind of hinted it on Twitter or X or whatever you guys want to call it nowadays. But they've hinted at it multiple times that they're full steam ahead on Wolverine. So it's kind of a good sign in a way. My final prediction on this, I think we're going to get a trailer, maybe. But I feel like we're going to get something very similar to what they did with Spider-Man 3 with a 10-minute long gameplay video. That's what I'm kind of hoping for. And that's kind of what I want to see. Nothing too major. I don't think we're going to get a release date. I would kind of hope for a release date. I feel like we're going to get like a fall 2026, for example. I don't think we're going to get a release date at least tomorrow. I reckon release date wise, we might hear closer towards, for example, if they say fall 2026, then I think closer towards that is when we'd expect that type of release date. Now, I've got a little bit more of a video focusing on Marvel's Wolverine that uploaded earlier today. So if you guys want to check that out, check it out. But the next thing I want to talk about is the Iron Man game that I did earlier, that I spoke about earlier in the video. Now, chat, I'm going to be very honest with you guys and very realistic here. I'm not going to edit this video. I kind of want to be my authentic self. There will be some parts that I edit out, but I want to be like authentic as possible. So if I stutter or if I say things, it's just, you know, working and in my pajamas right now, so you know, we're vibing. But beyond that, Iron Man game. Now look, EA Motive has officially announced that they're going to be doing a single player Iron Man game back in 2022. That's 3 years now. They've, development update wise, it's been very quiet. But this would be the perfect event, other than the Game Awards show coming in December. But I feel like this would be the perfect event to show at least something small for this. Even just like a, similar to the Wolverine 2021 showcase, we get something like, I don't know, a suit-up scene with Iron Man in-game engine. I think personally I'd get hyped for it. It would want me wanting more. At the moment, we know nothing about the game, and I'm not wanting the game as much because realistically, nothing's coming out about it. But that's just that. I kind of want to see something. It would kind of get me going if we can. The next thing is Lego Batman: The Legacy of the Dark Knight. Look, we also have that game coming out. We know it's coming out next year, and it's kind of getting hype, especially a lot recently in terms of the hype train, which is pretty cool. With trailers, reveals, the Batman Day recently, I think it's only right to have something coming out for this game. Maybe even a release date is kind of what I'm hoping for. And maybe just a little bit more of a gameplay deep dive rather than just them narrating over, you know, some aspects of the gameplay. I feel like having that ability to see a little bit more official behind the scenes gameplay would be pretty cool. Now, another thing that I'm kind of finding very interesting here, so far in this list, by the way, I just want to pause and talk about realisticity here, if that's even a word. I think Marvel's Wolverine is the most realistic thing on this list. The others are kind of just me hoping to God that something like this releases. But the next one is a rumored Batman Arkham game. Now, here's where we start diving into like pure rumors and pure speculation. There's been whispers of a brand new Arkham style Batman game coming out that's been developing for about a year and a bit now, or just over a year in a way, after Rocksteady's Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. It's a rocky launch, that rocky type of game, but they kind of want to go back to basics with Batman in terms of WB games in a way. And I feel like having a Batman game back to the roots of what started the hype would be an amazing thing to experience. Having a proper follow-up to the game rather than having that Suicide Squad ending. I feel like, look, as a fan, having a true follow-up to Batman's legacy throughout the Arkham series would 100% love to see something like that. Is it possible? There's a pretty small chance, at least this time, we'll see it. Very slim chances tomorrow. But it's on my wish list still. I would love it, and I think it would break the internet. Now, the next part is something back to Insomniac Games related, is Marvel's Venom game. Now realistically, are we going to get anything? Maybe not. But it would be kind of cool to see a cinematic trailer or a tease, in a way, about this one. Like, just a small cinematic tease. I've been kind of begging for a Venom spin-off for a while, especially after being able to play him in Spider-Man 2. And some insiders have hinted that Insomniacs have at least had discussions on this, and it feels more of like a future announcement rather than an announcement done tomorrow. But I think it would be kind of cool to have a kind of surprise in there about Marvel's Venom game, at least in that regard. Look, would I buy the game? 100%. Would it realistically release within the next 3 years? Possibly. Would I feel like the story in a Venom game would nicely set up and kind of wrap up the symbiote story? I feel like having that wrap up would be amazing, so we could focus on Peter being Spider-Man rather than having that alien suit throughout the series. I sound like Lex Luthor now, but that's just another prediction on the wish list. Imagine just a Venom logo, even just a Venom logo teaser with fall 2027. Absolutely peak cinema in a way. Now, this one is a little bit rocky, more so with like, I'm kind of keen to see it, but I think it's going to be an Xbox exclusive. But the Blade game, I feel like there's an update needed on that. I feel like that was revealed at the Game Awards in 2023. It's been about 2 years now. I feel like it'd be pretty cool to have something similar, something similar to the reveal, more like a gameplay maybe, or even just a trailer. I kind of just want to see something of the game. Having a Blade game in development is like absolutely wild. It's like having a Daredevil game coming out, and you just want more of that. Blade is on that spectrum for me. But on to the next one, and this is something that's been really pumping the channel up as well, but something that you guys love to see on the channel is Spider-Man 3. Now, on the channel, I've covered so much content of Spider-Man 3 so far, and the game is not even out yet. It's not even confirmed to be coming out soon. But I've got so much ideas of what the story could be, should the gadgets return, everything like that. So if you guys want to check it out, check it down, check the channel, all of it will be listed there. But look, Spider-Man 3, not announced yet. But given how Spider-Man 2 ended, it's pretty much inevitable. And we're probably too early for anything in a way of like gameplay trailers, but having that reveal trailer similar to Spider-Man 2 back in 2021 would kinda be, I think, the way to go to announce a Spider-Man game. Having a 1 to 2 minute cinematic style tease that looks very close to the game cinematics in a way, highlighting maybe a monologue of Otto talking, and then we have the Gobby mask, the Goblin mask, just in the shadows with the little eerie laugh. Absolute cinema. I feel like having that just solidifies that Spider-Man 3 is in active development, and we're going to get that game at some point. Now, I feel like it's only right to showcase that, and for those that are going to jump to the conclusion that why would they do that if they want to, focus on Wolverine? Well, while they were doing Spider-Man 2, they teased Wolverine at the same showcase. So I see no difference. But before we end the video, I've got a bonus prediction that's not superhero related, and it's actually GTA 6. Now, realistically, are we going to get anything GTA 6 related in a state of play? Honestly, probably not. I'll be very honest. It's probably the most unlikely thing on this list. At least from how I see it happening. Now, would I be super stoked if they released Trailer 3? 1,000,000,000%. I think I'd be the happiest man alive, and I think all of us will be, everyone watching this video. But look, Rockstar kind of usually does their own thing. They kind of just release it when they want to without announcement. They just do what they want, and the world will literally fall. But, given the recent rumors where PlayStation and Sony, as well as Rockstar Games, are having a deal in a way to have the game primarily focused on the PlayStation 5 and kind of have an advertising arrangement in a way, I feel like it's only right to kind of get that hype starting to build up, people to buy more PlayStation 5s. I think that's the way to go. Now, look, half of me says no chance, the other 5% says yes. Says never say never in a way, but look, Wolverine is the most likely pick for tomorrow. GTA 6 isn't that much of a long shot, especially because we know the game's coming out. I haven't really covered much GTA 6 on this channel, but I kind of want to, so let me know down in the comments below if you guys want me to talk a lot about GTA 6, because I love the games so much. But that's just my final prediction. It's kind of a bonus one. I want to see a Trailer 6. Trailer 6? I want to see a Trailer 3, and hopefully have, something. Like a pre-order date. Would be pretty neat. But that's a wrap on the final predictions for tomorrow's State of Play. Kind of want to see some Wolverine action that I think will most likely happen. In terms of Iron Man, that's on the list. Lego Batman, another most likely, probably not, but most likely thing to happen. Maybe a Blade announcement, that's a little bit on the fancy, and a dream surprise like a Venom, a new Arkham game, Spider-Man 3. Those are dream surprises that I'm holding on to hope. And in my wildest hopes and dreams, GTA 6. Either way, tomorrow is going to be massive. I'm super hyped. I know you guys are hyped as well. Make sure to subscribe. Turn that bell on, because I will be covering the State of Play tomorrow. Now, when I say I'm covering, I'm not going to be live streaming, because unfortunately, I'll be on my train to work while the live stream is happening for the State of Play. So when I finish up work, I will record a video about what is shown, and we'll go from there, guys. But otherwise, if you guys enjoy the video and you want to see more like this, click that like button once again, subscribe, and turn that bell on for notifications. We are popping off on the channel. We've got 1,000 subscribers, so I want to take the time at the end of this video to tell you guys are all absolutely amazing, new, old, whatever it might be, the support is amazing, and I hope you guys are enjoying the content as much as I'm enjoying making it. But otherwise, that is a wrap from the Avenger 3009. Have an awesome day, guys. Good night and peace out. See you guys tomorrow.